Good evening, everyone. My name is Daksha. Tonight, I get to chat to a 21-year-old who was born in Durban and now resides in Johannesburg. Joshua Kelly Chetty was born prematurely at 27 weeks and weighed only 820 grams at birth. Due to that, Josh has a physical disability called cerebral palsy. However, that did not stop him. He has recently received a prestigious award. He is a youth ambassador for the International Youth Society in South Africa, and he is in his final year of completing his BA degree in strategic brand communication. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be on the Red Corner Show. I'm so excited. And yeah, just thank you for the opportunity.
It's so glad to finally connect with you because a little bit of insight, I'm just telling everyone. I think we've had each other on our social media for like 3 to 4 years.
Yes,
And
yes.
we actually only connecting properly like right now. So
Yeah,
it's giving me goosebumps, but it's so nice to finally chat to you. I can tell everyone, and my mom will also be a witness. You've supported the two of us on our journey for the longest time. So thank you so much.
it's such a
Um,
pleasure. You guys are amazing. You
and
guys
so
really
are
are.
you. Oh my gosh, I read your bio today and I was actually absolutely shocked and honored to be interviewing you.
Ah, you're too kind. You're too kind.
So,
Thank you.
Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Josh?
Okay. So I'm 21 years old, going to be 22 next week. Um, yeah, I am a final year BA in strategic brand communication student. I recently received the prestigious Panache third annual Gauteng Men of Valor Award. So that was like a big, big moment for me. So yeah, like you mentioned, I do have a physical disability. So because I was born prematurely, and my school life was normal for the most part. I went to a normal primary school, and for the beginning of high school, I wasn't in a normal school. But then, because of my challenges and the fact that I couldn't move in a mainstream school anymore because it just wasn't practical. I then moved to a special needs school in grade 9, which was in 2014. And that was like a big moment for me because, and looking back, it was actually in my best interest because in 2017 I was the top matriculant in the country for my matric results, and I
Wow.
received an excellence award from the department. That was a huge eye opener for me. It really helped me to come out of my shell and like try new things. And I mean, just being exposed to cameras and interviews and things like that, from being like 18 years old at the time, that was like such an eye opener for me. And I was like, this is what I want to do. This was like, it was so exciting to me. And it really opened so many doors for me. So I'm just really grateful for that opportunity as well. And then straight after school, I started my tertiary education, a BA in strategic brand communication. That's very exciting. And then I would have been done with my degree last year, but then unfortunately, COVID really impacted me, and I've had to sort of like only be able to finish my degree this year. So I'm just pushing with that at the moment. I'm really excited to be a youth ambassador for the International Youth Society, and I know you're also involved with that. So I just think it's absolutely amazing. There's so much that I want to do for this country. I really believe in the beautiful country that we have. And yeah, that's a little bit about me in a nutshell. Um,
I'm so proud of you.
thank you so
You've accomplished so much. And that's amazing. I always believe that what's meant to be will be. So, although we're in the midst of a pandemic,
Yes,
you will definitely finish your degree. So well done to
thank
that.
you. Thank you so much.
And Josh, just for our viewers tonight, could you let them know what cerebral palsy is for those who don't know what it is?
Okay, so it's basically like a physical impairment, and there's different forms. So I have the form called diplegia, which means it affects both of my legs in my case. And for me, it basically means that I'm not able to stand completely straight. nor can I walk completely straight either. Like I do walk with like a slight bend. But other than that, I'm like everything else is perfectly as an able-bodied person would be. But I think there's so much about our condition that many people don't understand because it affects different people in so many different ways. And there's so many like other sort of side effects of it that a person can have. So that's really something that I'm passionate about, like, raising awareness about our condition and how like people like me who's like living with this condition, like how we get like live from day to day, because it's not easy. And I'm sure many people do make it look easy and effortless, but it really isn't. And like every single day, you've got to tell yourself like to persevere, like you can do it, like get up, like get moving. It's like you have to constantly encourage yourself because I mean, if you don't encourage yourself, no one else is going to. So yeah.
Definitely. I can only imagine. And, especially with the pandemic going on, you have to take that extra precaution every single
Yes.
day.
Yes, that reminds me, I'm extremely grateful to have recovered from COVID
Oh my
because
gosh. I'm
I
so
did have
glad you
COVID
did.
last month. So that was quite a traumatic experience for me, just like hearing what everyone else has been through and stuff. So I think the only thing that got me through it was like a positive mindset, honestly.
And Josh, obviously, it would have affected you way worse, I would think, because you have
Um,
cerebral palsy.
because I have cerebral palsy, yes, but I'm just grateful that my symptoms weren't as severe as
Okay.
I may have expected them to be. But still, I mean, just hearing that you're positive is like a whole anxiety attack
Yeah. Yeah,
on its
definitely.
own.
Definitely.
So
I think, your anxiety just rises to the max. But I'm so glad you have recovered and you need to take extra care still as well. Um,
yes, no, definitely, I'm not going anywhere. It's still like, all the vitamins and everything.
Definitely
So
the
yeah,
steaming, the vitamin
yes,
C.
the steaming like some like it's almost daily, really. It's almost daily.
When you spoke about cerebral palsy and you said people really don't understand what you go through with cerebral palsy, I can tell
Yes.
everyone tonight that I've never ever seen another side of you. I've always seen the smiley Josh. You will never actually um, even think that you are going through pain or you have this
Yes.
condition, because whenever I see you, you're smiling, you're happy, you're motivating other people. So I actually love that about you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, you've got to decide like the kind of mindset that you have, I mean, I have this condition. I don't know another reality besides this. Like I was born this way.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's just who I am. And you've got to decide like, are you gonna let this like get you down and like always be like, you know, uh in like a sort of in a sad mood or like in a depressive sort of you're going to have that attitude about you, or you're going to be positive. You're going to like encourage other people and motivate other people. And I mean, spread positivity and love, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're all humans and everybody is just trying to love, especially in the times that we live in. So yeah, I mean, I try my best to be positive for other people because I know what it's like if like people can be a little nasty to you,
yeah,
or like, or even if they don't say anything, but they will like, like those awkward glares and things
yeah.
like that, especially like growing up and in school, like it wasn't easy at all. So yeah.
I love how you said you love to spread positivity and love. Because I 100% believe that if we are negative, we will attract negativity. And if we are
Yes,
positive in life, we will definitely attract positivity. So
yes,
you have to choose at the end of the day.
yes, definitely, you do.
So, Josh, tell us about this award that you recently won. We want to hear more about that.
Okay, so that was a completely unexpected thing. I was actually nominated by a good friend of mine, who's a doctor. He's absolutely amazing, and he actually nominated me with a whole like motivation for me to receive the award, and I was chosen as a recipient. Completely unexpected within a few days, but that was absolutely amazing, and for me to be included in a room full of such amazing people, like I mean, news anchors, doctors, people who doing so much for the community, people who have the years of experience, businessmen and things like that. And I mean, here's me. I'm 22 years old. Like it was such an amazing thing for me to even be in the room with people like that. So I'm just so grateful for everybody who made that possible for me. So yeah, it was so exciting now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, I just can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened to me. So yeah.
I think you are just as deserving as all of them that were in that room. So never put yourself down or think less than that you are of other people, because you are just as amazing and special as they are.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Josh, tell us who your role models are, people that you might look up to in your life.
Um, so I just have to say this. Honestly, one of my role models is your mom, because she's like I mean, yourself. I would even go so far as I would even include you in
Uh,
that sort of bracket, because I mean, you guys have done so much and you're doing so much for the community, like so much humanitarian work, and and you've really shown that you can achieve anything. You can literally achieve anything that you want to, as long as you put your mind to it. You have the right work ethic. You work hard, you can achieve everything. So you guys are definitely some of my role models. But honestly, my parents as well, because they've worked hard to um, sort of give me the life that I live, and the things that I'm so blessed to have in my life. So yeah, I'm just very grateful for my parents. They're definitely one of my role models. So many people in my family, so many friends that I don't know personally, but I mean, like on Facebook, etc. Definitely huge role models to me. There's a gentleman by the name of Nick Vujicic. I'm not sure if you know who I'm referring to, but he doesn't have arms or legs.
okay.
And he's this motivational speaker. I mean, he has a family, he has children. Like, he's like this hugely successful person. And I mean, he did it without arms and legs. So that's absolutely incredible to me. He's definitely a role model. And I could go on and on. But yeah, that's just some of my role models.
You are too kind. And
Uh,
my mom and I also look up to you. Like I've mentioned, you've been our number one supporter, and we actually talk about you, to be honest.
do you? Do
So we
you?
do. So thank you
I
so
actually,
much.
if you ask my mom knows all about your mom and the major things that she does. Because honestly, if I see that your mom has achieved something, I'm like, Mom, guess what? I have good news to tell you. And
Uh,
we'll just be talking about how amazing you guys are. Because really,
no, she
you guys
adores you as well.
are.
So, what are some of your aspirations in the future?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think there's so much that I want to achieve. I definitely want to get into motivational speaking. I'm an aspiring brand ambassador. I'm an aspiring actor. I am an aspiring advocate for matters relating to people with disabilities and promoting the interests of this country on an international stage. I definitely want to get involved in addressing some of the socioeconomic issues that this country faces. And I think obviously the youth is the future. So I think it's up to us to come up with the solutions, because if we don't, nobody else is going to. And I think there's definitely a need for a fresh mindset to the major issues that we face in this country with GBV and the crime statistics, especially with this pandemic. I think there's so much positivity that a person like me can bring to this country, and we can totally contribute to solutions for a better South Africa. But I mean, that's just some of the things that I want to do. There's a whole lot of things I would like to do, but I'd like to keep some things like a little bit of a surprise. So,
Love
so
it.
yeah, that's a little bit about the things that I'd love to do in the future.
You're a jack of all trades, I feel.
Thank you.
I
You're
love
too
how
kind.
passionate you are when you speak about all these issues and what you want to do and how you want to change everything. You
Yes,
definitely are one of our future leaders. So,
thank you. Thanks so much.
and Josh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So in 5 years, I definitely want to hopefully be in the corporate world, in the branding department, and trying to I want to like really sort of get involved in ad campaigns for companies and really structure some interesting marketing initiatives. Especially, I would love to get people with disabilities involved in sort of corporate ads for these big companies that we have in our country, because that's something that I've noticed. Like we see ads every day, and I don't think I've seen a person with a disability included in that,
Yeah.
in that space. So I think there's definitely spaces in our society where I'd love to sort of see people with disabilities involved there. And if I can break that barrier, that would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to be able to do that with my work. Definitely like CSI projects and yeah, along that sort of in that field.
Lovely. And Josh, I just wanted to ask you, do you have LinkedIn?
I do have LinkedIn,
You do
yes.
have LinkedIn, and your name on LinkedIn is?
Joshua Kelly Chetty.
Okay, perfect. So I wanna try and advertise you as much as possible as well, because I think corporates these days need to incorporate a wide variety of people in what they're
Definitely.
doing. And yeah, I mean, if we can help you as much as possible to get you into a brand team, that would be amazing. Into a big
That would be
corporate.
amazing. I'd love that. Yeah, so that's definitely what I would love to be doing after I have this degree. But I mean, there's so much more than my degree, like I've mentioned, that I'd love to achieve. So in a way, I would say that my degree is kind of like the plan B
Yeah.
in a sense, because I'd love to like pursue all these other passions and then have my degree to like lean back on in a sense.
That was actually
So
my next question. What are some things that you're passionate about? But I see you're passionate about a lot of things.
yes, yes. I think we would go on for hours if I started telling you everything that I'm passionate about.
So,
So
so what's your number one thing? Is it acting? Is it?
I couldn't tell you, hey, I wouldn't be able to tell you the number one thing, but I mean I find there's such beauty in so many different things that in so many different fields. And I think in every little thing that I'm interested in, like I think I love every one of them equally. So I'm not sure how I'd be able to pick like once I'm going to look for a career and what I'm gonna do after my degree. I don't know how I'm gonna pick only one thing and not do something else. So I think I'm probably gonna do everything.
I know,
I'm
and,
probably
and I saw your bio. It says you love reading, you love traveling, you love learning about different
yes,
cultures. Um,
I love
you're
reading.
just passionate about everything, motivational speaking, being an ambassador for change. And it's amazing, like everything that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I see that you love reading. What
Yes.
is one of your favorite quotes?
One of my favorite quotes is by Mahatma Gandhi, and it says, be the change you want to see in the world. And I think that's so true. I mean, that's definitely something that I live by. I mean, if you want to see positive things happen, you've got to be positive. Um, if you want kindness, you've got to be kind. Definitely. I mean, if you want that respect, you've got to respect other people, because yeah, I think that's the only way to actually love. I think the that is like the best way to like sort of live your life.
I think it's so
Definitely.
relevant even at a time like now, with all the negativity going around.
Yes,
We want to
yes,
hear about positive things, although it's very hard at the moment. Um,
yes,
but like you said, if you want to be that change, you have to make a change, and it all begins
yes,
within yourself.
yes, yes. It all does. Everything. I mean, it does begin with you, because I mean, if you're gonna tell yourself, okay, let me do this small thing to make a difference, and if someone else says, let me do a small thing to make a difference, eventually it all adds up, and there's this huge difference that we can make. So definitely, I
Definitely.
think that's the way. Yeah.
Definitely. And Josh, what do you do in your spare time? I mean, especially now at home, spending time with family. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm a big lover of Bollywood. I'm an absolute lover of my culture, and I think it's so amazing to be a part of this vibrant culture that I'm in. I love every aspect of my culture. So even if it means like me just reading up on articles or like looking at, I mean, I love history as well. So like reading about palaces and kings and queens and jewelry and like fashion, it's absolutely amazing to me as well. So that's what I do in my spare time, and I love reading as well. So I try to get a few chapters in every now and then. But yeah, that's how lockdown has been going for me. I try to keep active as well. So yeah, as much as possible, that's what I'm doing in my spare time during lockdown.
I like how you do so many things because I just feel like, sometimes that actually stimulates your mind and keeps
Yes,
you at
yes,
ease.
yes, for sure, for sure. I
So,
mean, for me, I'm not a lover of sport or things along those lines. So I
yeah,
wouldn't like, for me, it's not like I'm going to go and watch a soccer match or something like that. So for me, I can sit with a
me
book for hours.
too.
Okay.
And do you have a message for the people who are going through a difficult time during our pandemic at the moment?
You know, what I would like to tell people who like going through the most at the moment, especially with so many people that have passed away, is you've got to look at the bright side of things. You've got to try and keep your mindset positive and like pushing forward. And I think it's important for you to remember that in this pandemic, you've got to keep healthy. You've got to keep your immune system healthy. And one of the ways to do that is to have a positive mindset. Because I mean, positive mind, positive body, positive soul. So you've got to like keep your mindset positive. You've got to like maybe, I mean, turn to your faith, pray. Prayer helps a lot. I found that prayer helps a lot. Yeah, take all the vitamins that you need to try and keep as active as possible, get enough sunlight, yeah, that's what I would say. That's what's coming to my mind at the moment for many people that's going through a difficult time. And I think you've just got to trust that you will meet your loved ones again one day. I mean, I find comfort in believing that you will meet on the other side when it's your time to go home. So yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that, Josh. I think, in these times, people need as much advice as they can possibly get from
Yes,
different types of people because I feel like
yes,
everyone is different. So everyone will give different advice. So thank
yes, for sure. So it's such a pleasure. It's such a
And
pleasure.
Josh, how can one get a hold of you? Do you want to tell us your social media handles? If
Okay, so all right, no problem. So my social media, um, I'm on Facebook, on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel that I haven't really paid much attention to, but yeah, it's there. I'm going to start posting more there. But I'm on LinkedIn as well, and it's all at Joshua Kelly Chetty. Yeah, that's how you can reach me.
Okay, so
So
I'm
that's
really looking forward to this YouTube channel. So you better start because I
I
want to subscribe.
there is one video there that was for a project that I did 2 years ago, but it's
Mhm.
very cringy and embarrassing. So I wouldn't recommend people to watch that one. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, Josh, it was so nice speaking to you, and I wish you all the very best on your journey ahead.
Thank you
I
so
will
much. It was lovely
definitely
to.
catch you on social media, but we also need to stay in touch as well.
Yes, definitely. We will. We will. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If Josh can do it, so can you. If you would like to be on our show and share your story with us, please email us on theredcornershow@gmail.com. Good night and be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.